What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of After the Whistle. October's almost over, folks. We got a couple, like a week away or so away from Halloween's on a Friday. Ooh.
Yeah, I got my little lady.
Yeah,
I wonder what she wants to do, but I might let her mom take her trick-or-treating. It's kind of what they do.
Yeah, I'll be somewhere.
And I'll be honest, I don't really care to be walking outside in the cold anymore.
Yeah.
They need trick-or-treating.
And I'm at the point, once I'm inside the house, I'm not leaving.
But do people even really trick-or-treat anymore? I heard they had the trunk-or-treat at Revere a weekend or two ago. There were people like...
Nah, nobody's trick-or-treating like that no more. I remember the last couple of years.
There's so many weirdos out. You don't even feel comfortable letting your kids with a group of kids walk around because there's so many weirdos out nowadays. And you can't even trust people to be decent.
And then sometimes parents do the trick-or-treating early with their kids. The son's still out. Yeah. And then they have like a little Halloween get-together at the house, or they all go to Salem.
I wouldn't mind doing a drive-by with some eggs. But you be wasting a lot of money nowadays, man.
Yeah, man.
Out of the leg.
I got the grocery store the other day. I was trying to buy some oranges, and I seen that thing was like $5 something. I was like, bruh.
You know what? I might take Maddie to Salem on Halloween.
Hey, man, why not? Yeah. Why not,
right? You want to roll?
I'm going to be at a football game somewhere.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. If not Friday, probably Saturday. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I was watching this little documentary on Julius Peppers. Very, very interesting of how he even began playing football.
I was going to say, I know some stories about Julius Peppers, working at UNCW. The trainer Murphy, his brother played for North Carolina and was his teammate. Yeah. So I'll let you talk about some stories and I'll elaborate myself.
Yeah, the high school football coach, well, he was a basketball player. He says it. And the high school football coach saw him and how athletic he was and then asked him if he wanted to play. And then he asked what position he wanted me. And the coach was just like, whatever position you want. And he played running back. Yeah. And had like 1,500 yards or something. And then I got stuff on my nose.
Yeah, it's all good.
And then after that, he took off. While I read there was kids leaving the district because they didn't want to play against him and his team because he was just all worldly.
Yeah, from what I heard from Murphy's brother, Murphy. I forgot his first name though. But they used to have lifting sessions, each week to see if you were increasing your bench press. He wouldn't show up to anything. And increase his bench press by 10, 15, 20 pounds. Each week, bro.
Yeah. And then how he even played basketball in North Carolina was hilarious too. So he went on his visit. I don't know who was the North Carolina football coach at the time, so they was taking him on his visit, and then they had him meet Dean Smith at the time. And then he asked Dean Smith, basically he said, I'll come here if you guys let me play on the basketball team. And it was like, yeah, sure. And that's how he ended up playing both over there.
If you're fortunate enough to remember Julius Peppers on the basketball court, he wasn't all worldly, but he was, as an athlete, you throw it up there, he was punctured on your head.
Pretty much. And I think he's the only guy the only football player that played in the Final Four.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, but that story was just interesting. He was just like, oh. I'm like, but when you're that talented, you just, and the coach sees it, sometimes he's just like, get him whatever he wants. He gonna come here.
And they always say, man, you can't teach size, brother. So that's one of them things. If you have the size and you have the athletic ability.
Right. And yeah, y'all should go watch it. Just type in Julius Peppers on YouTube. You'll see what I'm talking about, because it's kind of, and then you'll see some of the stories that people have of him, especially the ones where the people were leaving their district just so they didn't have to play against them. That's how.
I don't even understand that mindset.
Me either, but.
But once again, people are different.
Yeah. The Patriots looking different. We got a nice little 4-game winning streak going on here. Went down to Tennessee, got the dub. The Titans are a dumpster fire, so They made it close for a little bit, but then the talent just took over, and it was just like, yeah, let's get out of here healthy with a win, and not waste any more of our time.
You said it best. Let's get out of here healthy, because this game was a waste. They probably could have started their bench and won. I'm sorry, like Tennessee wasn't even trying to help their young quarterback. You only rushed the ball 12 times. What the hell do you think was going to happen?
Yeah,
what do you think is going to happen if you got this young man just constantly throwing the ball?
And they're just bad. The Titans are just bad.
But like, how do you logically excuse this type of coaching?
I mean, hey, they already fired their coach, so they
just bring us in there. I mean, 12 rushing, like, you got to be an idiot. Your quarterback's not experienced enough. You got some guys that can help the quarterback out. Just do your best to try. For one, do your best to make sure this man's healthy his whole rookie year.
Just make him stay upright. He got sacked 5 times in this one.
Now you see why I said make sure help the man out. Like, it's crazy.
And then Tyler Lockett has to be traded or released, and they granted him that, the wide receiver. He just.
I mean,
everything's just all bad over there in Tennessee, but everything's good with the Pats right now. They're coming back home, but balanced attack once again. Another balanced attack with the May being efficient throwing the ball, and then the running game. Yeah, they're starting to. It's starting to get cold out, so we're starting to see a little more of the running game. I think we're going to see a little more of Travion Henderson. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's the speedster, so we might see him more than November, December as it starts to get cold out there. But Drake May's doing a good job not turning the ball over, getting the ball to his playmakers. Some of those passes he made, he was just throwing darts out there.
Yeah, I mean, we need him to do enough. We need him to do enough, and we need the running backs to help him out. Mm-hmm. That's all. That's all we need. And protect our quarterback, man. That's all.
Yeah, and now he got a receiver. He can just be like, F it, Stephon down there somewhere. I'm gonna just throw it in that direction, and he'll make a catch. And him and Kayshawn Booty. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but yeah, they got a nice duo going over there. But they're gonna try to make it 5 in a row. This week they got the Browns coming to town this week. They need to win at home though. They're not good at home for some reason. I don't know why, but they're not good at home this season. So they need to win these next 2 home games. They got the Browns, then the Falcons before they hit the road again to Tampa Bay. So, how to winnable games.
We got some of the worst fans in America. So they probably just don't want to deal with them right now. But now we're 5-2. I figure they might lighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, relax.
Yeah, and Drake May pulled up to the game I was at on Friday. He was there with some of his teammates, but he was the only one people noticed because he was on the field.
It was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope.
It was cool. Joe Mazzulla was there, too. Okay. He got a stepson that goes there.
I mean, I figured it was something.
Because it's funny because I was always at, like the last 2 years, I just always see him, and I'm just like, I was trying to figure out why in the world he's here specifically, and then this lady that was next to me is like, yeah, his son's right there on the field, number 18. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Usually if you see a guy from a whole different sport at an event, he's either recruiting a 2-sport athlete, well, he's not recruiting, he's a league guy,
right, or
a family connection.
I was like, you got a relationship with the staff or something? But yeah, I always see it. But it was.
Sometimes I feel like people forget like these people are humans and they got kids and like families they gotta take care of. So when you see somebody somewhere random, you're like, what are you doing here? It's like, dude, I'm a parent and I'm a human.
Like with me, it was like I just saw him too many times where I was like, oh, because the first time I saw him, I was like. Then the next time I saw him, I was like, what the hell? But yeah, there's that. Hey man, the Colts. Every time I talk about the Colts, I'm like, do I believe in this team? Do I believe in Danny Dimes? And my answer keeps raising increasingly to be 100% yes. We're like at 95% yes right now. One thing is for sure, I don't trust the Chargers. I don't trust Justin Herbert. I don't trust them at all because the Chargers always do this. They always have these. They just can't never have they could never have a normal season. They always got to make things more complicated than it is. But hey, the Colts, man, Jones, Jonathan Taylor. They're really playing well. I don't even know who's their coach, but whoever their coach is, he's doing a really good job.
I think it's a good thing you don't know who their coach is. So they can just fly under the radar and just be great. But, yeah, I have no issue with how they're coaching this team because, once again, it's well-balanced. That's all you need is well-balanced, man.
Yeah, I think Taylor's leading the league. I think he's leading the league in rushing.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, he's number one in rushing by a good margin. And I don't know, he was a top 10 and top 5 in rushing last year. So they got a good dynamic. And yeah, Daniel Jones, it seems like it was just a change of scenario. He needed to lead New York, and this says more about New York than it says about the Cubs because.
I mean, have you seen what's going on in New York with football?
Yeah, well, it's like, yo, you couldn't get this guy to play like this, or you couldn't do some stuff to get this guy to play like this. And at the time, they had Saquon too. When they had Saquon,
My man, the Giants won 2 Super Bowls by a quarterback that is on the fence about being a Hall of Famer. If that don't tell you everything you need to know, so a guy that's like subpar is not going to thrive with the Giants.
right? The Giants won 2 Super Bowls with 2 guys that can't catch the ball making big catches. I still will never get over that.
The gum one,
Yeah.
the one on the helmet.
Yeah.
That's like, dude, you can't be serious.
And that dude was like leading the league in drops too.
Yes, he was. And he's only known that one catch erased it all.
I never heard from him since.
It don't even matter, bro.
Right, that's
Because he's
it.
with it.
Never heard from him after that. So yeah. But also the Colts are in first place right now overall. I think they have the overall best record in the league right now at 6-1. Let me look at their schedule to see what they got down the line. But 6-1. We're about to be in November. You put yourselves in a good spot to get the number 1 overall seed. So good for them. And and what do they get reward for? They got the Titans coming to town this weekend.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a reward. Might be the rest of them guys this week.
Oh, man. Okay, Thursday Night Football. Joe Flacco went in there, first game with the Bengals after being traded, and he didn't overcomplicate this or nothing. He said, I'm going to throw the ball to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Jamar Chase had 23 targets.
Bro.
Sometimes you ain't gotta make it complicated. Just throw it to your best receiver all the time.
I'll be honest, this is like the perfect scenario for him. He got 2 outstanding wide receivers, and he knows how to make solid, logical plays. That didn't make sense. He knows how to make the solid pass, the safe pass, and he can risk it and go deep. But once again, what Tomlin said it, man. You don't trade. You don't trade this man to a division opponent, regardless, because he knew.
Right.
He knows it's like, nah. When he doesn't have weapons, yeah, he's not good. But when he has weapons, the man won a Super Bowl one year. So it's not like he's some bum. He's a great locker room guy who plays well when he needs to, but he can't sustain it the whole season.
Right.
But. Well, I'll be honest, how he started, I was rooting for him that night. So I'm like, hey, I'm hoping he plays well, personally.
Look, so out of his 47 passing attempts,
he was balling.
33 of those pass attempts went to either Higgins or Chase.
But you know what's crazy? How they was talking about how tight of a spiral he throws? Yeah. It took Chase a second or two to just adjust to having a good quarterback again. Because, you have what's his name? Burrow. He goes down. Then you got Browning, who was drowning. You know what I mean? And then you got and then you got this man out here doing his thing.
Yeah.
So you can just tell because Sorrell, if Chase would have caught the ball twice, he would have won. Yeah. So he was pissed about the little fumbles, but Chase was fumbling even in the second quarter, so it just took him a second to adjust it. But once they adjusted, it was a wrap.
Yeah, that was a wrap. And but sometimes in sports, you don't got to overcomplicate anything.
Bro.
That dude led the league in receiving touchdown and receiving yards last year. I'm throwing him the ball every time.
I'll be honest. If people don't realize, sports is probably the simplest form of entertainment. It just looks complex.
Right.
But it really isn't at all.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, seriously, it really isn't. Yeah. I ain't gonna talk much about the Steelers because I think they're frauds anyways. But
Damn, what's up with the... everybody a fraud nowadays?
Yeah, the Steelers are frauds. They do this all the time. They have these seasons where they win games, but you just look at them, you're like, yeah, that team's not going.
Well, I'm always gonna shout out Tomlin. Your brother calling the shots.
Yeah,
Never get mad at that.
Shout out to Omar Epps lookalike.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was a doubleheader on Monday Night Football. Bucks and Lions, Seahawks and Texans. First, the Bucks and the Lions. Mike Evans, he comes back from injury, then he breaks his collarbone.
Oh, I was about to say, Duddy, I broke his collarbone. He broke it this game?
Yeah, he broke it this game. The Lions, those running backs, man, Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery, especially Gibbs, man, that dude, he legit Sonic for real. Hey, that dude fast.
But I'll be honest, I think this game is more about the Bucks than it is the Lions, because once again, you lose your main wide receiver, but you got the man throwing the ball 50 times.
And I think the other one got hurt too.
And you only rushed the ball 12 times. What did you expect to accomplish this game?
I think Mecca got hurt too, I think.
But yeah, what were they trying to accomplish? Rushing the ball 12 times and throwing it 50. And you got two wide receivers that are injured though.
They was trying to play catch up.
I mean,
that's what they was trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but
they weren't far. They weren't too. The lead wasn't that big enough to abandon the running game. That's the whole
my point.
thing. It wasn't. But unless the Lions, the Lions defense looked like they wasn't giving up much in the run game, but they also couldn't block Aiden Hutchinson.
True, but
they couldn't block for
Tampa Bay, they can't be going scoreless this many times in the game, though. You got to at least put some points on the board.
Yeah,
you got to try to get some field goals or something, because like I said, Detroit only scored a touchdown for the first 3 quarters and a field goal in the fourth.
Right.
So you really wasn't that far. You know what I mean?
There wasn't. They just didn't. Them big plays that they had. There was no big plays from them this game. None. Detroit had the big plays. Montgomery going like 78 yards for a touchdown, and yeah, it's that Detroit running game. The way they run the ball is just
32 carries to 12. So sometimes you gotta have to be stubborn and be like, all right, we're gonna break one at some point, and then you throw it over the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gotta do a better job with their play calls, personally.
Yeah, I don't think they have the guys that can break away. That's all that tells me. I don't think they have guys that can break away like that.
Well, they got to figure something out.
Well, yeah. Throwing the ball that many times is kind of wild, especially in a game. It's only, like, you think about it, because they had a chance to get a touchdown to cut it, and if they would have went for 2, they would have cut it to a 7-point game.
Question.
Yeah, you got to cut it.
Did they sub Teddy Bridgewater in that quarterback for one play, or did they have him at running back for a play?
He might have came in for a play.
All right. Now I didn't see this game, but it showed that he had 1 carry for -1 yards. So
I think Baker had came out for like a possession or so.
All right. And then they didn't have him on the passing thing at all, so I wasn't sure what that was.
Yeah. And something I've never seen before: the Broncos scored 33 points in the 4th quarter. I was watching this. I was like keeping up with this game. Then I fell asleep because New York was up like 20-something to 6 or something, and then when I woke up, I saw that they lost, and I wanted to see how they lost, and it was like, bro, what? How do you even? Like, there's not that many football. There's only a certain amount of possession you have. When you have a lead like that, and for you to let a team score 33 points in a quarter, that means they were scoring every time they got the ball in the 4th quarter.
Bro,
that's just
the Giants suck. For you to give up 33 points in the 4th quarter, you're an awful organization, especially when what's their record?
2-5.
They're an awful organization.
Yeah, they are.
They're awful.
They are trash, and they were up 19-0. They were up 19-0 going into the 4th quarter. Like, come on now.
There's no excuse for that.
There isn't, and then I see everybody's trying to be like find like this silver lining. They keep saying, "Oh, you know, they got the rookie quarterback. They got a nice future." I'm like, the dude didn't play well. Like, we all.
So is the silver lining a better word for the gray area? Because they're the same colors to me. One's just shiny.
But yeah, they keep trying to, you know, that sometimes they don't look at the whole thing with some quarterbacks that they want to be good. I'm like, this dude didn't play well. Like, you looking at it, he didn't play well.
No more celebrating?
he didn't play well at all. So I'm like, bro, what? And I mean, you might think you're having your quarterback for the future, but my whole thing when people say that is like, wait till their second year when like defenses have an entire year to put to game plan on them and, you know, take away all their strong suits. When coordinators have an entire year, that's when you can really see. But
he didn't play awful though. I would say the defense of the Giants is god awful and they're trash. I don't think Dodd played that bad though. He just had an awful interception at the wrong time. But he's a rookie though, so it's like
I just think like people gotta. You know, the optimism of wanting him to be like this next great thing is hilarious because this was like the same thing that happened with Daniel Jones like his first year, and then we saw that go. So yeah, let's simmer down, New Yorkers. Let's simmer down.
Bro, they're just looking for something they could talk about because once again they're realizing that nobody cares about what they call it. Well, they even call New York like the entertainment capital of the world. Even though it's really like California, that's LA. Yeah. So it's like they just trying to stay in the light. They can't deal with having so many sports teams that aren't good. Like, they got a whole like roster of teams that just aren't good in all sports.
Yeah.
Except for hockey, they're pretty good in hockey. But everything else is like,
Right.
So.
And then lastly. Looked like the Eagles found their passing game in this one. They actually was throwing the ball down the field to their receivers, and you look what happens when you throw the ball to your guys down the field. They actually make plays instead of just doing Lord knows what they were doing the last couple of weeks. But offensively, their passing game looked real good. But bigger concern is Saquon and how they are not using him as much this year, which don't make no sense.
I'll be honest. I think it's partially the team and Hurts. He knows what you know what I mean? He knows what weapons he has. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if he's throwing the ball, it's like, does he have a hard time making sure everybody eats? Because it shouldn't be that hard.
It really shouldn't.
It shouldn't be that hard at all. You don't need to rush all the time. Now, if you're under distress and you got to get some yards, cool. But you can just be a prototypical quarterback some games. Hand it off, throw the ball. You got all pro guys at every position offensively. What's the problem?
He had 2,000 yards rushing last year. Right now, currently, he's got 369 yards on 3.3 yards per carry on 113 touches.
Now, remember why I felt that they're trying to make Hurts do way too much? They already take so many touches away from Saquon with the tush push. Mm-hmm. Give the man the ball more.
Right.
It's not that hard. And then you heard A.J. Brown. Who had when you pass the damn ball, bleep, bleep, bleep. Because he's pissed because there's no reason why he shouldn't be getting targeted at least 7 to 10 times a game.
Right.
No reason why he shouldn't be.
Right. Yeah, this is like, yeah, they need to find a way to go back to their well-balanced attack because there's no reason that Saquon's production should be this slow.
And Hurts should be the closest with your wide receivers and your running back. You need them to be successful yourself.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here? I just feel like there's like some ego going on, like there's some animosity between teammates. It just doesn't look right.
So for all those that drafted Saquon in their fantasy league, maybe they'll turn it around. But yeah, it's not looking too good right now with him if you have him in your fantasy league. But hey man, it be like that.
It's crazy you say that because it's like we're talking like they're not good. It's in fantasy, like your player could be a bum, but their team could be great. Like so, that's why I was laughing at that.
That's why I stopped playing fantasy football, man. It was taking a toll on me. I had to stop.
It's like you're fighting against logic sometimes. Like
fantasy football will bring it out of you. let's go to our athletes corner. We had Malik Bam Bam Johnson on. You know, he actually got invited to Olympic tryouts in Colorado Springs. That'll be, I think, in December.
Congrats, my man.
And then he talked about.
That's my guy right there.
He talked about his going down. I think it was Nebraska or something where he won. Where he placed in the top 5. I think he finished like 3rd or something. But he was like ranked number 1 or so, or is ranked number 1 or so. But he's still an amateur. He's working our way.
Hey, he placed.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah. So check this out, and then we're gonna come back. We got NBA season opener. We got World Series. A bunch of stuff.
Man.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Athletes Corner. And today, Stevie's decided he gonna stay.
Listen, I had to stay for this one.
This is his topic, but we got my man Malik in the building. So last time me and Malik talked, it was 2019, because I was trying to think back when the last time we had, it was 2019. Was it Silver Gloves, right? Yeah. Was it in Lowell or?
It was regionals. It was Haverhill.
It was in Haverhill. It was in Haverhill. So yeah, so I was trying to think back, but here we are, 6 years later, and he's doing big things. USA boxing, #1, right? #1.
They got me ranked #4. I just won the national. I should be #1, but December I will be.
He should be #1. But first of all, man, just your journey. How's it? You know, this journey for you right now. You know, it's picking up. You're getting ready to do more good things. But just so far, this journey since the last time me and you saw each other and talked from 2019 until now, for you to be, being recognized nationwide now.
Yeah, it's been very eventful. Very eventful. Just a grind, you know.
Right. How were you able to just get yourself out there? Put yourself in a position like this to be recognized nationally. What were the steps that you took since you were 15 to 14, 15 to get to this point?
Just a lot of hours in the gym, good people around me. Try to get good connections, support, you know what I'm saying? Fighting in the tournaments, trying to get out there, get my name recognized locally. Once I got recognized locally, they decided to start taking me nationally. And then, just went from there.
Man, you humble. You too humble.
Too humble.
Man, listen. Know how he got here, Mook? By busting dudes open, bro. He ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. By busting dudes open, man. He's one of the top 5 amateur knockout artists that we have in the country right now.
Right. Hey man, that's a lot.
Let's not be humble. Let's be for real.
And also with that, you've gotten a lot of fights. You had to fight a lot just to because of working your way up to the point when you do decide to turn pro, you have to get all these fights in and all these opportunities, right?
Yeah.
But what's that like? Just getting all these opportunities and all these fights with all these opponents that you've had.
What it's like, I don't know. It's like a different challenge every time I don't know. It's like one type of challenge, then the next type of challenge. It's like a bunch of different obstacles coming my way. But I love it. This is what I dreamed of doing, so.
Let me ask you something. So in amateurs, like, you see some of the same fighters around.
Yeah.
Right? And you probably fought guys multiple times.
Yeah.
Right? Who is your toughest opponent?
Oh. To be honest,
in New England, I don't even want to go nationally.
In New England.
In New England.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep it. Let's keep it local.
I'll keep it a buck. Lucas Stilma. He's out of Dorchester.
Okay.
And not many people know about him, but it's kind of sad actually, because he's a really good fighter. He's a tough inside fighter. He can pack a punch. He's a little older than me. I think he's like 23, 24. We fought twice. He actually beat me 2 times, and he's never been to the nationals. So he's one of those guys for sure. He's a local guy, but. He's just trying to figure out something with like his passport and all that stuff, and he'll be able to travel. And by the time, he's gonna be dangerous out there too. So.
Right. What were you in Nebraska, or where were you this summer for?
What was it now?
No, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
All the same.
It's ghetto out there. It's hood out there,
it was
bro.
Hood, yo.
You know who used to live out there? Dwight.
Yo, the hotel, people was fighting It was cops pulling up, bro. What? We had a pipe burst. It was everything, yo. I was like, yo, what is this? That's more ghetto than Lynn.
Yo,
I ain't never been to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Nah,
I didn't
they
know
just got a
all
lot
that
of guns.
happened, right? So I'm even more proud of you for
Yeah.
for winning that.
Yeah.
Even going through all of that stuff, you know, 'cause a lot of guys going through adversity like that probably would have been in a different state and all
Come
that.
on,
Probably
bro. We
would've
used to
folded.
it.
Right,
We
we
used to it. We've been
Yeah,
on.
we're from a different, right?
Yeah, we be different.
Right, so
I'm just saying.
so yeah, going to Tulsa, Oklahoma for this big national event. Right, now you're putting yourself out there in front of big time scouts and big time people that promote the sport of boxing. Right, your mindset going into that. How were you? How did you take everything in? What was kind of like your feelings going into the fights?
Man, a lot of people ask me, do I get nervous? And my number one answer is not really, because I just believe in myself so much because of all the work that I put in. And it's not really always everyday hard work, grind. It's the time that I put in just perfecting the little things that take more time and like discipline. That's where the discipline comes from, for your mental to be strong, so you can just go through 20, 10, 8, 5 rounds of shadow boxing without even thinking about, oh, I'm getting bored. You know what I mean? It's that wanting it bad enough. It's not about whacking the bag or hitting the mitts. That's the truth.
Right.
And all those little things you perfect in your craft, the footwork, the ladder drills, the conditioning, that's cool or whatever, but at the end of the day, you got to work on the little things. You got to listen to your coach. You got to have a good coach that knows what he's talking about. But going into the nationals, the number one thing that I thought about, to be honest, was just the goal. I just knew I put in so much work, too much time. Can't nobody beat me.
Right.
I can't let them take my time away.
Did you hear this guy? This is why I say we have a champion. We have a champion. He's 19.
Yeah, I just turned 19.
Just turned 19, and he already speaks like a champion. And I was just watching him in the gym. You know, I was just watching him, and he just moves around like a champ. He knows how to be. He told me to be there at 3:30, and he told me I'll be ready, right? So I get there, and he's still in the ring, working. And he's like, yo, but this is how humble he is. He's like, yo, my fault. And I looked at him like, no, like, you're working, bro. Do your thing. Like, me and Mook, we'll figure this out. Keep working. And I walked away from him and let him do his thing and went to talk to Shay and Jake. Yo, I know, believe me, I've been around this for a long time.
Yeah.
You have all the qualities of being a champion.
Appreciate you.
How many matches did you have in Oklahoma?
5.
Five,
I fought
right?
Tuesday through Saturday, yeah.
Okay, jeez.
Yeah, every day.
How many knockouts you have?
2.
2 out of 5. And amateurs. Mind you, these guys are wearing headgear. Okay, just know that. And the glove ounces, 12-ounce gloves.
12 ounce gloves. Okay.
With a pad this fat in front.
Listen to me.
Olympic gloves.
When this kid puts on 10 ounces,
and 8s.
y'all are in trouble.
Yeah.
All right.
How's that feeling? But how's that feeling though, knowing that you came out there first of all to represent yourself and also put yourself in a great opportunity. Also, you're representing Lynn. Just to showcase Lynn fighters in that landscape. We got some fighters already doing things, but just to show that there's other fighters coming up, and that's ready to take the boxing world by storm. How's that for you to be able to represent for not only for yourself and your family, but also for your city?
Oh, it's huge. I love that. That's what motivates me for sure, to be able to just go along in my career and bring the city with me. You know what I mean? I really like that. But to be honest, I'm just from here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know everybody. Everybody don't know me, but one day they will. One day.
Not yet. This is part of the process. This is what I'm telling you.
For sure.
This is part of the process.
Right. Take us back though. Take us back to who got you into boxing? What made you fall in love with the sport? was there a moment that sticks out to you of you really falling in love with the sport?
So when I was in school, I used to fight a lot, and I just needed an outlet. And that outlet happened. I tried football, I tried basketball, I tried a lot of sports. I was pretty good. I was athletic, so I could play just about anything. But boxing was my outlet. Boxing was what helped me to find my center, my balance, where I was gonna go in life, and really helped me settle down and learn how to be disciplined. But my uncle David. He's actually the one who got me into boxing. And I'm actually gonna go see them after this, after I get a haircut. And my grandma's over there too. But yeah, he got me into boxing. Funny story, during Halloween, he was wearing a devil's mask, and we was in the car, he put it on and turned around, and I punched him in the face. He was like, yeah, we gotta get this boy into boxing. He was crying.
So he got popped.
Yo.
He got popped.
All right, folks, and we are back. So I was at the grocery store the other day. I don't get mad about certain stuff, but I was there, and the lady bagging my groceries, I'm just looking at, she's bagging them, and I'm just like, I got annoyed because she was just like throwing everything in one bag, and I'm just like, yo, separate the fruit from the canned foods and from the bread. Don't put them all in the same bag. Like, I'm just like,
That's an idiot.
and it just don't make no sense. And I'm only saying that because I worked at a grocery store when I was like 16. And
Then they teach you how to bag stuff?
yeah. And they always told you, separate the bread from everything. And I was just like, I'm just looking at her like, let me just walk out this store because like.
But they say society's getting smarter, and I say how when they're adding sidewalks, they're adding bike lanes. We maneuvered better as kids through the sidewalk in the street than some of you adults.
Yeah.
Please help me understand how society's getting smarter.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started about them casing socks, drawers, and wife beaters in certain Walmarts. Then I had a lady argue with me saying, but sorry, I don't speak English. It's like, well, lady, that's not my problem. You work here, you're talking to people.
Right.
When I'm in DR, mi hablo español un poquito. When you come here, hablo inglés un poquito. Like, you gotta work, like, especially if you have a position where you're talking to people.
And there's Google Translate.
Like, and I feel like an idiot pressing the button to get socks.
Yeah, that's stupid. That's stupid.
You gotta be in the trash area to have necessities cased up, bro. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Which, and I'm respectful of everybody, but like I said, when we go to certain countries, we can't just be speaking English freely because they look at you and they'll force you to speak their language, or at least attempt to. Let's all give each other the same respect when we're all over the world.
And there's Google Translate.
For real, man. You got no problem cashing that check.
There's Google Translate. If you having a hard time speaking
And
the language,
I was a little annoyed because she was like in her 60s. You had all the time in the world to prepare yourself to learn a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you're talking to people. You're not doing other stuff where you don't have to talk to people.
All right.
Like, what?
Oh man. See, NBA season opener, wild one last night opening night. Thunder got their rings, and then it was the Thunder and Rockets. And I was watching this game, and Reed Shepard was getting on my nerves watching him. Like, this dude was dribbling the air out the ball. He's looking people off. He's taking bad shots, and I'm just like, yo. Like, what are you doing right now? Like, and there was times like they put him in the screen with KD. KD would get, look him off.
Would he score at least?
No.
Oh.
And then he was getting killed on the other end.
That's normal for him to get killed on defense.
He was like he was legit getting on my nerves because I'm like, yo, pass the ball. He's just dribbling.
He must think he the next Austin Reeves.
But fittingly, this game ended. With Shea shooting 2 free throws that won the game. It's like sometimes the jokes write themselves. Yeah, it was a foul, but it was just like.
Yep.
Overall, very, very entertaining game. The talk though was people were so pleased with the presentation of the game that the NBC production have. They actually made the focus on the game and not on other stuff like some other networks be doing. It was like the focus was on the game. They did the simple things. They actually showed the starting lineups.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, like old school. Like,
Yeah.
actually makes you actually want to watch the game.
Yeah.
Oh. So they're learning how to engage people again.
Yeah.
Viewer engagement.
Yeah, and they were
okay.
doing stuff like just conducive to the basketball
They bring the
game.
music
and,
back?
like, yeah.
They brought it back?
They brought the music back.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to watch some more NBC basketball.
Yeah, man, but it was overall. Yeah, but that first game was overall a good game. Sengun was going crazy. He was going wild, but yeah, so Fred, we're gonna see Fred VanVleet getting hurt might be the reason they don't make it far because
They ain't got a backup?
I just told you that. The backup is the one looking dudes off.
They ain't got a third string that can compete for the backup position?
Unless they make a move during the trade deadline to
They
get
got
one.
G-League guys. They got some guys that can put it in there. Like, there's so many hoopers, bro, that can compete.
Or a vet. Shoot, they probably should have brought Russ there. Russ would have. You can say all you want about Russ, but Russ know how to play point guard. He know how to get them guys the ball.
Especially this Russ would make sure KD gets the rock.
Or Sengun.
They'll make sure everybody gets the rock. I don't like how they were doing Russ personally, just because he's not a yes man. He moves at his own accord. That bothers a lot of people, but he doesn't get arrested. He doesn't have any issues off the court.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's an upstanding citizen, but he just high-headed at times.
Yeah.
And he's tough to deal with. I know that because I'm tough to deal with at times, but it's like he's still a good person. You know what I mean? He's not a bad locker room guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like he don't stand for the nonsense. Like most people will stand for it because they know their job be on the line if they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the Rockets should have brought him in. They definitely should have a backup plan after VanVleet got hurt.
They still got Eubanks in the league.
Oh, snap. I didn't know he was still in the league.
You know me, I don't say nobody bad. I can't stand watching him. I'm sorry, bro. I thought that Phoenix time he was gonna be shipped somewhere.
And then to close out the night, it was the Lakers and Warriors, and I think the Lakers are already annoyed with DeAndre Ayton.
He can't catch no alleys. I mean, they can't throw it either, so it's kind of mutual.
Did you see his hair?
Yeah, I saw
them
that.
braids? And whatever color he did with them braids, that was another thing that was getting me annoyed watching him play. There's too much going on up there. Way too much going on up there. Bro.
You said too much going on up there, but not enough going on up there.
Yeah.
It's like an oxymoron right there.
Yeah, and then Marcus Smart doing Marcus Smart things. I was like, they got the full Marcus Smart experience in like the first 5 minutes of him coming into the game. I was just like, bro, this is gonna be interesting. I wonder how long before Luka loses his mind with these dudes, because
Yeah, he was doing some things, pulling up for three. Like my man, that you know.
And then lastly, we call Shea a free throw merchant. Jimmy Butler's the ultimate free throw merchant. He just be flopping his way to the free throw line. He got 16 free throws last night. This dude is the biggest free throw merchant I've ever seen.
I like Jimmy. Well, he be balling.
He do, but he be flopping too much, and they be rewarding him. I can't stand that. Like, they be unnecessary flopping, but yeah, that's about it on opening night. Got more games tonight. Celtics season opener tonight. There's a whole slate of games tonight. And so, yeah. It's back to full-on basketball, football, hockey, baseball, all in one rotation. Speaking of baseball, the World Series, we got Toronto and we got Canada. We got Drake versus Kendrick again in this one. And the Blue Jays are trying to get another one. Not the Blue Jays. The Dodgers are trying to get another one, and the Blue Jays are trying to get one. But this dude, Shohei Ohtani, man, that dude, what he did last week, 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts in a game. Like somebody said, yeah, he should be allowed to gamble.
I mean, somebody said that he wasn't playing well. Did somebody say that? Was it here or was it on TV?
Nah, it was on TV. They did say
somebody said he wasn't playing well. I don't. Okay.
You know, maybe that's all he needed to hear.
Apparently. Did you understand it though? Did you understand English?
He acts like he doesn't.
All right.
I'll say
I'm
that.
glad you say that just because you're a man that speaks multiple languages. So there's times when you be looking at people like, I'm out like I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, nah, he act like he don't speak English. That's, you know.
But you would know, like I mean, it's hard for me to act like I don't speak English, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, everybody should have noticed that once that whole gambling stuff came and then they had to put it on the interpreter. They had a conversation. He's like, "Hey man, you gonna have to take this one. I'll break you up."
Hey, I
know,
got you.
Right? You know.
you can't be seen for a couple years, bro.
Right.
You gotta be straight.
Yeah, you don't have to take this because.
But bro, the government probably told him now you gotta take that.
Right.
Everybody told him you gotta take that one. That wasn't just, trying to be in anybody's business, bro. I don't think he even got any privacy like that, though. So like, let's be real. He probably wiretapped when he left. I'm just saying, they tell you how many kids you can have. Like, if they telling you that, like shit, are you gonna tell me they got sex with my woman? Like unprotected? Like what? Like, I got married for a reason, god damn it. You know what I mean? Just saying, like.
This is true. But I did also read that the Dodgers made all that money back from his contract. That's how they already made
Bro,
it.
it's LA.
Yeah, no, they ain't even make it back from LA. It's because China.
Oh, they gave it back?
No, all the merchandise sales and all the memorabilia,
bro, they didn't.
ticket sales and
All you gotta do, right, is take a 7/6 page out of Yao Ming's book. That's all you gotta do. You make the merchandise available, they're gonna buy it.
Yeah, no facts.
You allow people to vote for Yao Ming all over the world. You see, he was the leading vote getter for like 6 years in a row.
Right.
He didn't care what did on the court. So
He next year he should negotiate and be like, let's bring my salary up to $1 billion. And they'd probably make it all back in a year.
I mean, if he was bright, he talked to Shador people. Get his contract written up a little differently. Just saying.
Right.
Shador get paid for waking up.
Right. So the World Series that starts on Friday, 8 p.m. So this will be good. I don't know when the last time. I think it was like the 90s was the last time the Blue Jays went to the World Series, like early 90s or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Not no 2000s.
Yeah, I don't think Guerrero was born. I don't think Vlad Guerrero Jr. was born yet.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, so but if he could bring one to Toronto, man, they was like having a party in where he's from in DR, and so if he brings World Series back, it's gonna be wild over there. So yeah, boxing. Pedro, what we got for boxing? I know it's quiet right now.
The return of the prodigal son, Danny Swift Garcia, with a spectacular attack victory. Check it out, fellas.
All right.
Oh damn! It's the fourth round.
Look at that. Not only that, but if you take a look at the replay, see, look at him. Look, you see it? He actually broke his ankle. This guy.
He's the one that felt like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Look.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
Nah, I can't watch that. I saw it over the weekend.
Oh man, that hurt.
Crazy, man. So that was it, man. So that was perhaps his final fight, which I don't think. He looked really good. So, what do you guys think?
I mean, he can fight if he wants. He ain't gonna win no titles.
Hey,
That time is done for him, I think.
I
But he can still fight.
I think you go out like that. You can go out with the knockout.
I mean, with that knockout, that's gonna make it your last fight. I would definitely make that my last fight. If you still want to compete, you're more than welcome. But his time, fighting for championships, I think that's done.
Yeah, I think it's done. But you know how it is, man. In boxing, I mean, he doesn't need money. He got money.
But if they still gonna pay you, you're gonna just say, nah, I don't want it.
Yeah.
So they're gonna pay you, keep fighting.
If someone throws him a ridiculous amount of money, it's like, yeah, I mean,
Right, that's true. because that's how boxing is, you know. But so that's going on for now, and of course this weekend we got Joseph Parker, a heavyweight matchup, versus Fabio Wortley. I mean, I've been hearing his name around a little bit, but I don't know. I don't think.
Excuse me.
I don't think he'll win. Probably Joseph Parker can take this one.
I've heard of Joseph Parker. I've heard of Parker, but I don't know too much about these guys. Too bad Stevie ain't here.
Yeah, he probably has a whole rundown on them.
They're from England, so it's tough to, unless you're like a Usyk or I mean, who else? It's like really good out there. You're not gonna hear a lot about these guys.
You know, I'm only worried about the fried chicken boys out here. I ain't worried about no Europeans.
And you know, whether you like it or not, Todd, I mean, man, Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul.
Yeah, I'm not watching it.
But that's coming up in a couple of weeks, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'll be honest, man. The air is slowly seeping out of that balloon for Jake Paul. Cause, like I said, you don't want to fight no real boxer your size. You're gonna fight a real boxer who's half your size. Like, you're a clown.
Just because of the money.
Yeah, like it's stupid.
It's a farce.
But you got people that legit can't see the stupidity in this stuff, and they just support Jake Paul whatever he does. So you know how that goes.
Yeah, man. So yeah, for now,
This is just
a lot
stupid.
of fights up until again the 22nd. Benavidez is coming back again. So there you have it, fellas.
Word. All right, we got interviews, we got highlights, and then we got our top 10 plays. Check this out. Then we're gonna come back and wrap this thing up. I gotta make an airport. We'll be back.
I'm Chris Velasquez, coach at Whittier Votech, here with head coach Kevin Bradley at Whittier Votech.
All right. First of all, special day, especially for Coach ringing that bell today. You know, how emotional of a day was today for the team?
Oh, I mean, it was a great day. We see him finally. He came through the whole season, going to treatment in Boston every day. Today, he rang the bell. He sent us a video. I was in the middle of class, in between classes, I checked, and it was great. The team's excited. We're getting ready here to go as we start getting into the schedule. And it's just great to have him ready to come back, and we're all supportive of him. It's been great. It's been great.
You guys won in all three phases today. The defense created turnovers. You got a turnover that led to points. You guys, special teams, get that recover that kick to pretty much seal the game. Just how key was all three phases. How important was all three phases of the game today?
Yeah, you know, we try to be a complete team all the time. You know, offense, defense, and special teams, and we put it together this week. The thing we were stressing was finishing plays and physicality. We had a great week of practice. Coming off of 2 losses, it could go either way, and our guys responded. We really had a really tough week of practice, lots of enthusiasm. Everybody was, I think, itching to go. And then icing on the cake was ringing the bell today before the game.
And how important is a win like this at this time of the season, because there's only a couple weeks left in the regular season, and you want to put yourself in the best situation, to get a good spot in the postseason? How important is it for you guys to get a win like this at home?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a league game. We were 1-1 coming into it. We got another one next week against Lynn Tech. And, it's big difference between 4-2 and 3-3, especially when with only 2 games. Was it 2 games left on the schedule for the points for playoffs? So we're just looking at the next game, trying to win the next one at a time.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Coach. Another victory for you guys. It seems like, last week you guys had to come back from a deficit. This week you guys held on to the lead. Just how proud are you of your group right now these last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I'm extremely proud this week. I was real hard on the guys last week about how we played. We didn't play Ram football last week, and we weren't real physical, and it just wasn't a good win for us last week. And then can't ask enough of what the guys did all week. They practiced hard all week, and it showed today. They played extremely physical all day. Defense was lights out again the entire game for the most part. Only gave up one bad play out, I'll say, where Rivera scored. But other than that, they played lights out. Hats off to the whole defense, and then came up with a huge interception there at the end to kind of seal it. And then we still had to go on a long drive to end the game. They still had 3 timeouts left, and our O-line did a heck of a job blocking for the backs. Gianni, Dylan Hoon, Charles Washington, all of them had good games at running back that allowed us to control the tempo of the game and do what we want to do, which is run power football and make teams try to tackle us.
Yeah, you just talked about your defense. You know, you guys turned the ball over, but they were able to hold them and not let them score off that turnover. And then you guys were able, I think second half, to march right down the field. Just how good a start to the half is that, to be able to just take the ball, march down the field, and get the points to give you the cushion that you need.
That's right. That was huge. We mentioned that at halftime. We said, look, we got to come out, march down the field here, and kind of make Revere play catch up, and that's not what they want to do. They're a power football team as well. So we knew if we could do that, they'd have to scramble a little bit. And our guys did it. They had a great drive there. And then, like you said, even when we fumbled the ball on that one run, defense stepped up huge and turned Revere right back over, 3 plays later. So that was a huge swing of momentum in the game. And again, I'm just happy for our seniors. Last year they lost to Revere and in a close game, and now this year they get their payback. It's special because everybody in our city, everybody counted them out before the season started. They didn't even think they'd have a team. And for them to win 3 games in a row after starting off 0-4 says a lot about their character.
Next up, another big test on the road to Somerville. They've been playing really well. You guys have put yourself in good position with these Greater Boston League wins, right? Just what's it going to take for you guys to go on the road and try to pull out a victory? Winning on the road is a real testament to a team and a program. So how are you guys going to be able to just find a way to go out there and try to put your best so you can give yourself a chance to come out with the win out there?
Right. Well, Somerville's a great team. I've seen them on film. They're again, another physical, hard-running team that's going to run the ball right at you. They don't hide anything from you. So we're going to have to play perfect football. We're going to have to, play a perfect game in order to win that one on the road. And our guys are capable if they put their minds to it. But we got to definitely cut back on the mistakes that we're making penalty-wise and not turn the ball over to have a chance to win that one.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Coach, coming into this game, everybody knows every time these two teams get together, it's always coming down to the wire once again. First of all, your defense. These guys came in here scoring a lot of points. You were able to slow them down, limit the big plays. Christian McIntyre, both sides of the ball, he did a great job. Just collectively, defensively, how were they able to just execute the game plan today?
Well, what we try and do is take away what the team does really well, okay? Now, they've got a really good tailback. The quarterback did hurt us, and I won't deny it. But when they get into a passing situation, I feel comfortable with our back end of the defense. And so Christian made 2 great plays. We had a good pass rush, not great. I know we sacked him twice, and some pressure. But the whole idea is we need to get the ball back because they, similar to us, are a ball control offense. And you saw they got out of their double wing because they weren't as comfortable in it, and they started being induces 2 by 2. They ran a little bit, but throwing the ball. They want to spread you out so they can run, and we were able to capitalize down here on the fumble, which was huge. So I think the defense played well enough.
4th down, you guys, you're going to punt it. Timeout's called. Come back, we'll take a punt it there. You guys call the timeout, then you change your mind, change course to go for it. Just the execution between Will Wood and Christian, just turning that short pass into the touchdown. Right? Just how, in that moment of poise, just how you like the way they were poised in that situation?
Well, we practice like every other high school team does, but in that situation, you've got to be just really calm and go out and do your job. That the famous coach used to coach up on Route 1 says all the time. But great poise, complete, and then for him to break a tackle and scoot away, and we needed that. Granted, it would have been a first down tackle, but that's huge momentum doing that.
Ideal in a 2-minute situation, right? That's very important. You want to use the clock to your advantage. You guys did a great job of that. But just how you guys able just to not let the clock get out of hand, so you guys won't lose track and lose time.
Right. Well, there's certain times that as a coach, and every coach knows this. What do you have for timeouts and where can you use it? For us, getting a first down, we might have to kill it. So with I think it was about $135. I was confident where we had the ball, that really we only needed about 10, 12 yards. and we'd be able to at least line up for a field goal. We certainly didn't not want to give them the ball back.
I see the field goal. How are you feeling as you walked out there and kicked that field goal?
Well, I made sure that nobody talked to him. They called timeout, and it's kind of like talking to that guy who was throwing a no-hitter right in baseball. And again, I sometimes get a little loud with these guys in practice. I say, this is all you do is kick. But he did a great job. I'm very proud of him and very happy for him as well.
Coach, you guys got to keep the momentum going. As you said, Catholic Conference win. You turn around, you got BC High next week. But, getting this win against them for the first time in about 6-7 years. But now your focus is on BC High because we're in that point of the season where each game is really important.
Absolutely. I think that this will help because now they believe. Now they know that they can compete with anybody. All right, arguably the best team in the state. Maybe Springfield Central. We lost to them. And our goal is to get better every week. And I think we got better tonight.
Congratulations on the win, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You too.
All right, Noah, you guys came out here, bounce back game for you guys. This was it was one of those tuck and pull games, but you guys were able to pull out. How were you guys just able to squeak this one out?
I think a big portion of it was Bradley finishing his chemo, and it was on this day, and we found out before the game, and we're coming off 2 losses in that bye week, so we knew we needed this, and we've never beat Kip in the history of the program too. So to win this game, it means a whole ton to us. So to come out on top is it's a feeling that can't match anything. It's just the best feeling in the world.
Right. The second half, they marched down the field, tied things up, and you go right down the field and get that score. How big was that touchdown right there, just as far as momentum-wise?
That was huge. I mean, it was the 36 powers that kept getting us in. We would go up, and I'd look for that cutback in the corner of my eye. I would look every time just to see if anything would open. And that last time, I see it wide open, and blocks just pulled through. And I broke that tackle at the very end, and I was gone. And it was breathtaking. It felt amazing.
Definitely, and then your special teams comes up with the big play that pretty much sealed the game for you guys.
Yeah.
You guys play complementary football. Defense created turnovers, offense got points, and then your special teams was able to help you guys close it. How key is that from all 3 phases?
It's everything. It's like everyone can come together. I mean, practice from Monday all the way till Thursday. We had perfect practices, probably the best practices we've had all year, and it all came together, and we all knew what was coming through, and we all knew what the mission was, and we made it happen.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, fellas, another one. You guys had to gut this one out. They were marching. You guys just made the big plays. I'm so proud of you of this group today, coming up with the big plays when you needed to.
All week, like we said a couple weeks ago, hard work, weight room, and we came out here and we did it today.
Johnny, you kind of helped seal the deal there after that interception. You guys were trying to run that ball, get those first downs to kill the clock. I mean, how key was that, your offensive line in that situation, giving you those blocks and you being able to get those extra yardage that you guys needed to ice this game?
Yeah, we knew we could come out with that play the whole game. We knew if it came down to a play like that, that's what we'd be running. We saw the spacing in our line. We saw our mismatches, and we made the right decision. I ran by, that was great blocks, that play. Ran behind my guys, got the yards we needed, got the first down for the win.
This team's been on a roll the last 3 weeks, right, after a rough start to the season, but what's kind of been the feeling these last couple of weeks? It feels like you guys are really, getting in a groove, understanding the offense, playing a lot more together, and, everything slowing down, especially for those younger guys.
Yeah, I feel like since our last coach left, our team chemistry, it went down a little bit, but after these past couple of weeks that we struggled a little bit, we've came back together, and we're playing how we want to play.
Yeah, and Kalu walked me through that interception that that you guys needed because the momentum was shifting on their side. You got big turnover at the right time as well. What did you see on that play?
Yes, sir. We repped it all week in practice. We said it. We want to pick. We need the turnover chain, and they threw it up, and the only thing I knew was ball, so I just went up there and got it.
All right, and then you guys got another big opportunity coming up this Friday. You got the 24-hour rule, but you guys are traveling to Somerville Friday for another big conference matchup. Just how excited are you guys for this opportunity?
Yes, sir. We're super excited. Our senior night came out here and got a dub, but 24-hour rule, like you said, we're going back to practice next week, Monday, and we're just going to go work as hard as we can. We know Somerville has a good guy, but we have guys all around, and I feel very confident in this game because what we did out here was amazing.
Nah. I got it.
All right, fellas, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Man, you ran hard today. You came up with a big play. Just how are you feeling right now?
It feels amazing. I mean, we haven't won this game in 6 years, and we worked hard for this, and there's no way we were losing this game. Everyone played great. I mean, my O-line, QBs, everyone executed. It was amazing.
Defensively, you know, their offense has been putting up a lot of points.
Yeah.
But you guys start the second half with a turnover that led to points. You know, they got a couple big plays, but not a lot throughout the game. Just how proud are you of your defense for slowing them down?
Oh, I love those boys. I mean, they were a big momentum shifter in this game, and I mean, that's what really turned it, and then we just took it all the way.
Christian and Will came up big, especially Christian.
Oh, yeah.
Especially offensively and defensively. You know, he had the big stop, the
Yes,
big
sir.
pass breakup, and then the big touchdown on 4th down, right?
Yeah.
Just overall, how big is this win? Because I know you guys have been going through some injuries and guys being
Oh,
in the
yeah.
lineup, right?
I mean, injured guys, people stepping up, doing their job, but ever since those first 2 losses in the start of the season, we knew we weren't losing again, and we just kept rolling. I mean, our captains did great, some great weeks of practice, and then, yeah.
And lastly, that field goal, man. How confident were you in the kick and roll?
Oh, I knew Xander was hitting that. We were practicing that all week, and he got it.
All right, man. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
All right, Christian, man. First of all, 4th down, you guys called the timeout. You were going to punt it. They called the timeout. You guys regrouped. You know, Will's kind of discussing that and walking through the play that really, got you guys going now.
You know, Coach Carvin made a great play call. I think that I knew what we were doing there. I think I knew what I was doing, and we just made a play off a broken play, so that's what you got to do.
Defensively, you know, your defense came up with big stops. First, to begin the second half, you guys get the turnover after the big run, turn that into points. You get the pass breakup on the 3rd down, and slow down the wide receivers. Just defensively, how are you guys able to limit them from the big plays? They had a few, but not too many.
Yeah, I'm very proud of my guys. You know, they stepped up. Coach Finaro always yelling at us in practice to get everything right. And this game, we definitely got stuff right, and we definitely executed our game plan.
How are you guys feeling right now? I know you guys have got some guys in and out the lineup, some injuries, but getting this win after those losses to Springfield Central and Central Catholic, just how important is this for you guys, especially this month? You know, you guys want to string together some wins against the playoffs as well.
Yeah, it definitely stacks some momentum. Obviously, we already got this game over with, so now we're just on to the next game.
Lastly, the kicker, you guys ran that 2-minute drill to the team, and just how was your feelings when you saw that?
It felt amazing. You know, all of us on the sideline were praying that kick would go in, and I'm so proud of Xander for stepping up, making a huge play, and there's nothing more I couldn't be pleased about.
All right, man. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
It's time for the top 10 plays from Week 7 of the high school football season. At number 10, we go to Haverhill with Whittier Tech running back Noah Allen. He takes carry. He goes up the middle. He makes one cut and hits the corner, and he is off to the races on his way to a 56-yard touchdown for Whittier Tech in their win over Kip Academy. At number 9, we go to Manning Field with Lynn English quarterback Shane Knowlton dumps the screen pass to Xavier Beauchamp. He gets some great blocks down the field, and then he is off to the end zone for a 55-yard touchdown. The Bulldogs would win this one. At number 8, it is Milton Academy quarterback Karan McNeil who finds Deacon Everidez, who outraces the defense and dives into the end zone for a Mustangs touchdown. At number 7, it is Gloucester running back Joseph Allen who takes the carry. He's going to break free from one tackle. He's going to hit the corner. He is going to cut back, and he is on the way to a 65-yard touchdown for the Fishermen in their win over Saugus. At number 6, Zavarian quarterback Will Wood. He's going to drop back and he's going to throw the wide receiver screen to Christian McIntyre, who is going to get a great block down the field. Then he's going to make one cut and he's going to get in the end zone to tie the game up in Westwood. At number 5, we go to Haverhill, where Haverhill took on Everett. Everett return man Jeremiah Josephs. He's going to take the kickoff return. He's going to get some great blocks down the field. Looks like the defenders has him down, but nope, he's able to break free from a few tackles, get some more great blocks, and he finds his way into the end zone for a Crimson touchdown. Haverhill would win this one though. At number 4, it is Catholic Memorial quarterback Heist Flannery, who finds a wide open Caleb Garrity, who spins away from the would-be tackler. Then he is racing down the sideline. He gets a block and he cuts back. Not able to bring him down before he gets into the end zone. Knights touchdown. At number 3, it is a trickeration from Malden Catholic. Anthony Wadlin, he takes the carry and then he throws it to Jeremiah Figaro, who finds the end zone for a Lancers touchdown. At number 2, we go to Wilmington, where big man Pat DeLucia, he's going to pick off Wakefield quarterback Weston McNeely, and then he's going to take it all the way to the end zone for a Wildcats touchdown. At number 1, Will Wood of Zavarian, he's going to drop back to pass. His pass is going to be tipped and picked off by Catholic Memorial linebacker Elijah Grupe, who's going to run it all the way in to the end zone for a Knights touchdown. All right, folks, we are back. All right, high school football for your updates. Lynn English had their senior night last Friday, and they ended up winning the game over who they play. So, who in the world did they play? They played Medford. They beat Medford, so they're 4-2 on the season now. St. Mary's won 24-22 down there in Philadelphia. Lynn Tech shut out whatever team they played down there in the Cape. I forget the team, but they shut them out. And then Kip Academy, they lost to Whittier Tech 28-20. And then Lynn Classical, they won their third straight game, 12-8 over Revere.
Yo, what's going on with Kip?
Oh, no, that game was...
Like, I know other sports, we don't really talk too much about Kip, but when it comes to football, what's up with y'all?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them this year. I was at that game. They made a lot of mistakes in that game.
We got to tighten up, Kip, man.
Yeah, they got in the show. So Kip is on the road this week. They got in the Neshoba. Lynn Tech is at home on Saturday at 1 o'clock at Manning Field. They're taking on Whittier Tech. That's a big one. The Lynn Classical, they're on the road Friday. They will be taking on Somerville. That's actually a big game for Lynn Classical. St. Mary's, let me check where they are this week as I look up their schedule. English, Saturday at, where they at? They are at Everett on Saturday.
I'm about to say, I don't know. You know I'll be Saturday.
So, St. Mary's has a bye this week. They'll be taking on Old Rochester on the 30th.
Time out.
Yeah.
What's up with these high schools having buys?
I don't know.
When did this start? Because I never heard of high schools having buys until, like, recently.
Yeah, me either, but...
Did they work that hard and need a whole week off?
I don't know when the bye weeks started in high school football. I don't know.
But they want them to feel like pros. I just don't understand.
I don't know, but yeah, they got.
Okay.
Yeah, they got Old Rochester. They're traveling there. That's going to be their last game of the season, and before the playoffs, and then they close it out with Bishop Fenwick at Fenwick on Thanksgiving. So and then as I said, Lynn English is at Everett, Lynn Classical at Somerville, Kip Academy's on the road at Nebshoba, and go do something productive out there, folks. Mondays at Marshall Middle School, they got the league for the middle schoolers, so it's co-ed. So go check that out. But the other day, they was giving free cuts the other day to kids and stuff like that. And then, we got to get up out of here, folks. We'll catch y'all next time. Make sure follow me, Mukala K on Instagram, Mr. Burton, about 23 on Instagram. And hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, people. Hit that subscribe button. Come on now.
Yeah, what he said.